Hi guys, welcome once again to another exciting edition of Diary TV. Diary TV today is an interesting package for you. We're going to be talking about Nigeria international Victor Boniface. Victor Monsieur Boniface is a French name. It's pronounced Boniface, but in Nigeria here they pronounce it Boniface. So Victor Boniface is all over the news for his failed transfer to Asocina Calciano di Milano. That's AC Milan, a Serie A club. You know, the deal was supposed to be completed over the weekend, but they said they were conducting series of tests. We heard he did 4 tests, he did this, he did that, only for this transfer guru Fabrizio Romano. He went on his X page and he stated that the deal has been thrown out of the door, and it's so surprising. Victor Boniface has not featured for Bayer Leverkusen this season. He didn't feature for the club in the DFB Pokal Cup, the German version of the FA Cup, and he did also feature in this league defeat over the weekend. And it's a very challenging time for Victor Boniface. But Victor Boniface, an interesting character, a beautiful striker. He plays so well. You know, over the last 3 years, Victor Boniface has put his footprint all over Europe, including the European League. The Europa League, he was joint top scorer. Even in the Norwegian league, in the German league. Now he wants to enter Italy, but they said no to this guy. And no does not mean the end of the world. And Victor Boniface is not happy, but he's confident of his talent that he can play anywhere. He can play straight for any club in Europe as long as it is the round leather game. That's football. So Victor Boniface, we want to say we wish you, because players that go through things like this, they usually bounce back stronger. So wish you bounce back stronger. But that's not all. What was the deal all about? Victor Boniface was to make a loan deal to AC Milan that will run concurrently for the whole season, and the deal will be made permanent. And all parties have been all parties involved about the financial agreement. Everything has been done. Just the medicals. You know, that's why they say if a player has agreed to a move to one place, they'll say subject to medical. So the medical examination conducted on the Nigerian international to AC Milan, it actually failed. But to my guy, Victor Boniface still said he still believes in his talent. As in, the talent is just his weapon. The talent is his survival skill. So nobody's going to take that away from him while we await his next move. So today on Diary TV, we will be talking about Victor Boniface's ordeals all around the year. In the last 2-3 years, he has been through 1 or 2 struggles. Last season, he struggled with a right injury. You know, he mentioned it in a recent tweet that he had an anterior cruciate ligament injury. You know, that's an injury that disturbs players. You know, he said on his right leg twice. So he claimed that one of the reasons AC Milan turned him down because of his medical history, his injury history with Bayer Leverkusen. You know, this guy was not injury prone while he was playing for Bodo Glimt, for Saint Jalois, and you know, things just changed after the first season that Leverkusen went unbeaten. You know, things just changed. But that's football for you. You know, you get injured along the line. No player has been injury free, or no player even currently playing on the pitch doesn't have one injury that he is nursing. No player has that injury that he isn't nursing on the pitch. Probably some of them might use injections to just calm the pains down, but this one, AC Milan has said they don't want to go through any of those things. AC Milan started their Serie A campaign against Cremonese, and Cremonese shocked them. Cremonese has never beaten AC Milan at San Siro, and it was Luka Modric's first Serie A game for AC Milan. Despite fielding the former Ballon d'Or winner, AC Milan still lost. So Boniface will not be wearing the red and black colors of AC Milan, but he has said that his agents will be looking at other options. Remember, the transfer window closes at the end of the month, at the end of August, and there are still so many doors open. You know, when one door is shut, another is open, and Victor Boniface is confident that another club who would regard him for who he is would give him the white paper to sign on the dotted lines, and we wish him the very best of that. Remember this Senegalese player, Kalilou Fadiga, great player, great Senegalese. He played at the AFCON tournament. He's a fast-moving midfielder. Sometimes he plays on the wings. When he wanted to join Bolton Wanderers, his deal fell through because they said he has a large heart, or he has something in his heart that they couldn't do. And Kalilou Fadiga went on with his career, and he played. You know, the Senegalese players played. Several players too have had injury crisis or injury complaints by clubs that they want to sign for, and it didn't stop their career from moving forward. So we wish Victor Boniface all the best, you know, in his future endeavors as a footballer. Remember, Eric Chell, Super Eagles coach, has also included Victor Boniface's name into the 31-man provisional list. So you can see that his career is still moving, despite the obstacles, the distractions, despite all the lashing he got from social media. The guy is still moving. You know, the guy still responded to a couple of tweets, and on Instagram, you know, he still mentioned that if you can get to where I am today, try it. If you think it's easy, if you can get to where I am today, just give it a try. You know, this guy is very active on social media. He's an interesting character. You know, he seems undisturbed. He's not disturbed about all the news flying around that he missed out narrowly on AC Milan. You know, that's how footballers are. Footballers, they are very strong people. Mentally, they are strong because what they went through before they got to where they are, it took blood and sweat. And this guy, if you know his story, starting from the academy and moving and, you know, going to where he is today, I don't think such gossips on the news is going to be a problem for the Nigerian international. So Victor Boniface will be looking at other options, because we hear that Erik ten Hag has said, you know, he is not part of his future plans as coach of Bayer Leverkusen. So that means he has to look for another club. You know, one coach might like you and another might not like you. Under Xabi Alonso, who's now Real Madrid coach, Victor Boniface even went on to, you know, nail a permanent starting shirt ahead of Schick. You know, Schick had an injury and Victor Boniface took advantage, and he scored goals, and he was named youngest player in the German league in his first season with Bayer Leverkusen. You know, while they won the league and everything, and they got to the Europa League final. You know, they won the league, they won the FA Cup, and they got to the Europa League final, losing to Atalanta. You know, so if he has played his football to that level, you know that this guy knows his talent is enough for him. His talent can take him anywhere. So Victor Boniface, we on Diary TV, you know, we understand the situation. You know, there's nobody in this life that hasn't faced crisis of personal, interpersonal relationship. Even with the company you're working, you face lots of struggle, and you know, it is those that remain, those that don't give up. You know that, you know, it is those that don't give up that usually pull through. So Victor Boniface is still relevant in the national team. He's still relevant at club level, and you know, we remember that he also missed out joining Al Nassr. He could have played with Cristiano Ronaldo during the January window, and for one reason or another, you know, he was not signed. This Aston Villa striker was signed. I can't remember his name, and he was signed, and you know, he still moved on. Life still goes on, and the guy is still doing well for himself. You know, injuries can be a hindrance to a player's form. You know, for you to get back to if you are injured as a player and you get back into form, you'll not be at that peak that you left the game, and you still have to work hard to get back to that level, you know, to that top level of the game. You know, Victor Boniface also played the Champions League last season, and he did well for Bayer Leverkusen. Although Bayer Leverkusen didn't qualify out of the group stages, Bayer Leverkusen were knocked out in the round of 16 by Bayern Munich. But he played a couple of games and he scored a couple of goals for his club. So Victor Boniface situation right now should also be a lesson to everyone that, you know, this crisis, they can come any day. They can just come knocking at your door. You should be ready, and you should be able to stand to face the crisis and come out strong. So we at Diary TV, Victor Boniface, we are behind you, and we are putting our whole support we are putting our whole support behind you as well. And remember, the Super Eagles will be playing Rwanda on September 6th and South Africa on September 9. September 6th at the Gospel Apabio Stadium, and September 9 far away in Bloemfontein in South Africa. So the 31-man squad will still be cut down to 23. We hope Victor Boniface will be included in Eric Chel's side. So that's all for today on Diary TV. Remember, stick with us. We're still going to cover it. If we see Victor Boniface available for an interview, I promise you, we are going to do it. I am going to conduct an interview with him, and we'll get his own side. But we might not want to. He might, if he wants to talk about it, fine. But if he doesn't want to talk about it, we respect his opinion, and we'll focus on the international game against Rwanda at the Gospel Apabio Stadium in New York. That's all for now, guys. I remain Akan. Stay tuned. We'll bring you lots and lots of videos. Just stay tuned. We'll keep you posted. We'll tell you everything that's going on. We'll give you the best of the best, and we'll educate you. While giving you information, we'll give you some little education about how these players' lives can also be, as in the lessons we can learn from players' lives, that's footballers' life or sportsmen's life. We can also learn lesson. Thank you very much. I'll see you some other time.